So historically, two things about the Valley and Stanford's relationship and entrepreneurship have really shaped the university. One is a belief that universities and industry have complementary but symbiotic roles together. University has a time frame we tend to be looking out, even in the sciences and technology where we're looking forward as opposed to studying the past. We're looking out 10, 15, 20 years typically. That's a kind of typical time frame. Industry's time frame tends to be 5 years and less. So we play complementary roles. Universities are much more likely to do the highly disruptive, unconventional thing, partly because they benefit from the incredible talent that they bring in the students. And those students are willing to try things that those of us that are a little older would say, well, that seems a little unwise, a little risky. They're willing to do the bold things and go outside the envelope. And I think that's the real advantage that a university has. It can do that long-term thing. So in that sense, we see the universities and companies as complementary. What's the value to the universities of having a close set of relationship with companies, say, in the tech sector or in the biotech sector? They have a good understanding of what the problems are long term, and they can kind of help us think about what the problems are. Looking out 5, 10, 20 years, what do they see as their big problem? And if you take energy and the movement towards a renewable based energy system in the US, that's a long, long haul. And we need a lot of technology to get there. But it's not technology that's going to be developed over a very short time. It's probably technology that's going to require fundamental advances in the science and the underlying understanding of materials. So I think that's an example where universities are going to be the ones trying these really far out things. If they work, then we need to find a way to get them out into production and to really make the contribution they can. The other piece of this is Stanford for a long time has been a highly entrepreneurial place. I mean, Leland Stanford himself was an entrepreneur in the dry goods business, but he was an entrepreneur and then in the railroading business. We've always seen entrepreneurship as a way to accelerate change. Whether a lot of that acceleration of change has happened for us in the tech sector, but it's a way to accelerate change more broadly in other sectors as well. So we're trying to help educate people to be agents of change, to be people who will try bold new things. Sometimes it's starting a Google or a Yahoo or Hewlett-Packard. Sometimes it's thinking about how to redo something in government, or how to reorganize something internationally, or how to develop a product that will help save lives in the developing world. So we like to think about educating our students to be bold thinkers that will break the mold a bit and get outside that. And I think that's become sort of part of our makeup as an institution. It's something that's in the water. So people are willing to try things. It's taking risks, but taking smart risks that are well educated. Universities play a dual role in our society. They are certainly the inventors, the place of the new things, so to speak, where those new things get uncovered and discovered. But they also have a vital role in being the curators, the analysts of the past and what's come before, and where those traditional disciplines are forging ahead in new areas, such as the arts, for example, which are constantly breaking boundaries and thinking about new ways of doing things. In fact, if you think about the role that the arts play in a university, they're the place where you deal with very difficult kinds of new ways of communicating and engaging people. You deal with ambiguity, you deal with multicultural kinds of issues in the arts. So they play a vital role in that. But those who don't remember the past and understand it are condemned to relive it. So universities have that role of also preserving the ageless questions, the questions about what is humanity all about? What does it mean to live a good life? And we want our students to understand those. We want them to be successful in charting the life they want to live and in giving back in the way they want to give. I've known a lot of entrepreneurs in my life. the ones who have been successful are the ones who are focused on changing the world and delivering something interesting to people and making it better, not necessarily on a short amount of money. The good thing about a university is that it's a highly distributed decision-making organization, right? The faculty are really making so many of the decisions about the university. And the faculty, what they really care about is making a difference and contributing in their own field. And so we really use the faculty to decide, is there an interesting problem that's maybe influenced by industry that's really worth working on because it has a bigger role to play in the world? And I think that's helped us preserve a degree of independence about what we want to work on that otherwise we couldn't have. But it really does depend on the faculty choosing what's the really important problem to solve.